Well, hello, my wonderful students. I wanted you to focus on the review before we worry about scientific notation, which I do plan to make tonight or tomorrow. So here's a little review for you. So stop the video, write these problems down, then turn me back on and I'll do them. Well, okay, I'm glad you're back. Now, for completing the square, divide by 5. So this would be x squared plus 2x. This would be 4, so I'm going to subtract 4. Then you got to find the magic number and add it to both sides. So half of 2 is 1, 1 squared is 1. Do it to both sides. Factor. Then square root both sides. Now I'm at school, and this thing's a little bit different, so excuse me if I have a little trouble. It looks like it's a flopping up and down. Ooh, is it? Make you sick. So it'd be plus or minus. Don't forget the plus or minus. I square root of 3. So subtract the 1. Yay! Now, I think I'm going to put on one here. We got a complete square and get fractions. Oh no, Mr. Murphy. Oh no! It's okay. It's okay. Your parents still love you whether you get it wrong or right. So it's half of this, which is 3 halves, squared. So it'd be 9 fourths. 9 fourths. Half that. Now remember, when you factor, it's always this variable, this sign, half of this, if you did it right. And negative 1 is negative 4 over 4, so it'd be negative 5 over 4. Square root both sides, x plus 3 over 2 equals plus or minus I squared of 5, square the top, divide by 2, because square root of 4 is 2. Then, since they have common denominators, you just combine the top. So x equals negative 3 plus or minus I squared of 5 over 2. Now, quadratic formula. Oh, I'm sorry, I moved the page. See, it's different. I'm confused. So subtract 1, x squared minus 6x minus 1. So it's got to be written in ax squared plus bx plus c form equals 0. So negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. A is 1. This is 40. Now I'm going to do 2 steps here if it's okay with you. 40 is 4 times 10, so it'll be 2 squared root of 10. And 2 goes into both, so we can reduce this. 3 plus or minus square root of 10. Wee! This one. Here's a recommendation from Uncle Murphy now. Why not multiply everything by 2? Get rid of that fraction. Get rid of that fraction. So you would have negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over t. And a is 1 again. So 36 minus 48 is negative 12. So I'd have negative 6 plus or minus. Negative is an I when it's under the square root. And then 4, so it'd be negative, it'd be, I messed up. So it'd be 2i squared root of 3 all over 2. So it's negative 3 plus or minus I squared root of 3. Now, here's some more problems to look at. Then go ahead and try them and then turn me back on. Okay, so remember, if it's square root equals a number, a lot of people mess that up. You square both sides. It's not plus or minus. The plus or minus is when you have a square equals, because there's 2 answers. The power's 2. It's 2. So it's x equals plus or minus for I, because you take the square root of both sides. Now this one, oh, radicals. So you subtract the 7, get the square root by itself. Now we're going to square both sides. Oh, this is a little tricky, my peeps, little tricky. When you square, this becomes x minus 5. But when you square this, we got a plus or minus, so you got to furl it. So it'd be x squared minus 14x plus 49. So get everything to one side. So 0 equals, this would be x squared minus 15x plus 54. And I think 9 times 6. So usually this is factorable. Not always. But usually, so it's x minus 9, x minus 6. So x equals 9 or x equals 6. Hey, this is fun stuff. Mercy. Well, you're probably not even up yet. So, okay. So let's check and see if this works. 9 minus 5 is 4. Square root of 4 is 2. 2 plus 7 is 9. Yep, let's put in 6. 6 minus 5 is 1. 1 plus 7 is not 6, so I have to cross it out. Now this one is the fun one. Get the biggest square root with the stuff with most stuff. Get it, and then get the other square root on the other side. Square it so it's x plus 5. When you square both sides, this would be 25 minus 10 square root of x plus x. So sorry I'm running out of room, but you'd write this twice and FOIL it. So I'm going to subtract 25, so that would be minus 20. Subtract the x, ooh, that makes it nice. Divide both sides by negative 10. And then square both sides again to get rid of this square root, so x equals 4. Square root of 4 is 2, plus 4 plus 5 is 9, square root of 9 is 3, 2 plus 3 equals 5, so this does work. Now these two at the bottom, now I'm going kind of fast here. Oops, you're going to be so mad. That's equal to 8. That equals 0. X cubed minus 8 equals 0. So, okay, we're going to have to factor this. And you factor by difference of squares. So x equals 2 is one answer. 2 cubed minus 8 is 0. Now this one, I'm going to use completing the square. So add 1. So x plus 1 squared equals negative 3 square root both sides. So x plus 1 equals plus or minus I squared of 3. Subtract 1. And I try it. Now this one, factor out the GCF. So that means 0 is an answer. So x squared minus 6x plus 5. Now remember, spend about 30 seconds to see if you can factor it, and we can. So it'd be x minus 5x minus 1. So x equals 0, x equals 5, x equals 1. Ta-da! Well, I did that kind of quick, but hey, life is quick. Got to hold on and see what happens. Oh, wow. Ooh, that's a pretty table. Well, I hope you have a good day. Try to get up before 4 o'clock. And I might have some more videos this afternoon on reviewing radicals. I got to get that on there, and the scientific notation. Or I might wait till tomorrow, and that way you focus on this test. See ya.